So today, I know you guys want to see the Juan Soto trade rebuild with the Padres, but realistically, we know that's going to be way too easy. And who do the Nationals have now? I mean, it's bad. So with that being said, let's rebuild the Nationals because they got a big package. I mean, they got a big trade package with crazy prospects. They also got Luke Voigt, but we're all here for the prospects. So let's save this sinking ship. Let's rebuild the Nationals and let's get them back to the World Series. All right, so it's into the offseason because essentially the season's over for the Nationals. There's no point in seeing what the rest of the year is going to hold. Boom, Nelson Cruz retired. And let me tell you, the Padres didn't win a World Series. Yeah. Saying. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with this team. I do want to trade a couple players because this isn't going to be a realistic rebuild. I did one a couple weeks ago, so if you guys want to check that out, go check that one out. But a player I want to get rid of are our two biggest contracts. I guess I should say our two biggest contracts. So two players I want to get rid of. They gotta go. They gotta go. So let's make a little deal here. So Strasburg, who can we get? Just the Padres. That's it. That's the only offer I get. The White Sox. Okay, so we do have some prospects, but they're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. So I think honestly, it's just best to see what I can get for him, if anything, because it's just bad. All right, salary dump. The Cardinals can have him. I'll take Paul DeJong for the year. Can play third base for us. Can play second base. Can play shortstop if CJ Abrams isn't ready. So there we go. There's that. And the other guy is Patrick Corbin. He's got to go. We got to open up some salary. All right, the Phillies will take Patrick Corbin. Yes, please. And in the division, home runs for days. All right, we've opened up some salary for sure for this offseason. Almost 200 in the budget. Woo! 200 million. Love it. All right, so who do I want back? Probably no one. Doolittle was nasty, but realistically, let's just clear house. Let's start fresh. If I bring anybody back, I bring somebody back. But I mean, I think it's just time to spend some serious money. So I'm gonna make sure I add a bunch of these players to the 40-man. I'm gonna make sure we have a little bit of a lineup going. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Realistically, I need everything, like anything and everything. So if I can get pitching, great. We have the money to do it, so I'm not worried about it. Let's see what this team looks like for the first season, because that's what we're gonna count. We're gonna count 2023 as the first year. All right, so our first season, here we are. It was bad. It was bad. I'm gonna be honest. Let's talk about the draft, and we'll get through that really quick. As you can see, a lot of players were signed just because I had to fill out the roster. So this guy is the main one you need to worry about. Cedric Kovaleski. Looks good. I don't think he's going to be good because of the low hits per 9, but could be solid. We also have Elias Adams. So he's here. Again, could be decent. And that was really about it, if I remember correctly. Those were the two main ones to focus on. The rest of my picks were pretty poor. Oh, Raleigh Reyes. That was the other one. He looks pretty good too. He could be pretty solid. Outside of that, I think that's all of them. I'm pretty sure. Now I don't even remember who I drafted, so there's that. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that covers it. Okay, it's just gonna be easier to show you who I signed. Michael Lorenzen, 1-year deal. I signed him because we need pitching. Most of the guys that I signed this offseason were looking to flip them at the deadline. I need players in return, and I just didn't want to spend a lot of money because I also didn't want to block some of our prospects down the line. So signing, Trey Turner or Aaron Judge or someone like that, yes, it would be really good, and I probably would be able to use them for the next 4 to 5 years. But I felt like, let's see how some of these players turn out, and then we'll kind of adjust from there. So probably 2-3 seasons we're going to be pretty bad. So you can kind of see like whole new bullpen. Most of these guys are on 1, and if they're on a 2-year deal, they're on a club option. So if I don't like them, they're gone. So yeah, this is the squad. Like I said, everybody's on a 1, maybe 2-year deal with that club option, but this is the squad. So Mackenzie Gore's been called up. Cade Cavalli's been called up. You've got CJ Abrams. So Gore and Abrams both in the Padres trade. We've got Robert Hassel, another player who was in the Padres trade. And the other one, James Wood, who's in single A still. There's that. Let's see how it plays out. Like I said, we're bad. We're 28th. Deservedly so. Let's see how season 2 plays. All right, so some signings did well, some haven't. It's not great. Lorenzen, that's not great. Joe Ross is a player that maybe I need to trade while I can. And then Heaney's good. Springs has been good, but the rest have been absolutely terrible. So there's that. Fulmer's also doing well. He's got like a 2 ERA. Ortega's got a good on base percentage. Jock's doing okay. I just don't know how much more he's going to improve. And like he's doing okay. Miguel Ceno, he's hitting home runs, kind of what I expect of him. I think for $3.5 million as a DH or a first baseman, you can't go wrong in probably keeping him just because like he's hitting home runs and Luke Voigt's not, and Luke Voigt is a free agent, so I think I should trade Voigt and then maybe keep Ceno instead. Paul DeYoung's actually not bad. Actually, no, it's a lot worse than I thought. Yeah, he's getting traded, and then the rest are like players that like we just gonna let develop, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. Same thing with the bench. It's one of those things where it's like it's okay, nothing too crazy. Will Myers is probably gonna get traded, so I'm kind of looking for players to kind of fill out the roster. You know, we do have this guy who's doing okay. Like I said, the whip's probably going to be an issue because he's going to allow a couple hits. He's doing all right. Laura's doing eh. And then when you look at the lineup wise for the prospects, Hassel's still probably another 2 seasons away. Same thing with Brady House. And the other ones in Elijah Green, probably still another season or 2 away. Same thing with James Wood. So again, we do have these prospects. They're not too far away, but I'm probably looking at season 4 or 5 for them. So I got to find players that can kind of fill the spots in the meantime. So anybody on the block that I'd be interested in that like kind of works. Kyle Lewis. I might be in on Kyle Lewis. That might not be a bad one for the meantime. And then any other younger players, Vidal Brujan I don't want. Brandon Marsh, who got traded to the Phillies. I think Kyle Lewis might be one of those that like let me double check his contract. When is he a free agent? A couple years. You know what? Kyle Lewis. All right, Joey Meneses and Will Myers are going to get me Kyle Lewis. I'm actually pretty happy about that one. And now I'm going to trade Ortega as well. I don't know about Jock. Do I just $7.5 million? Not bad, but I don't know. So Kyle Lewis is probably in right. Maybe Robles in center, even though he's not good. And then Jock, we move him for another outfielder because we still have a couple years before our outfield's good. So, who could I get? Definitely got to be another outfielder. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know who. All right, I'm gonna pick up Gavin Sheets, who could play first base for us instead of Luke Voigt, which I'm okay with. Luke Voigt's not really gonna give me much in return, so I'm gonna see if I can get like a reliever from somebody. Let's see here. Giants need a first baseman. Yes, they do. Okay, yeah, we definitely have that. Who do I want from you? I'll take Zach Little. Straight up, that's perfectly fine with me. Okay, so we've got Sheets, Sano. I was looking for a third baseman, but I'm thinking Brady House just moves to third. So Paul DeYoung's got to go. I'm really just kind of looking for younger relievers at this point. That's kind of Jacob Webb. He got designated for assignment. I'll take a shot on him and then maybe try to steal somebody else as well. Let's see, what else you got? What else you got for me that I might be able to steal from you? Or even, it doesn't even have to be like too old. Someone like maybe Gilbert, like Paul DeYoung. I'm not going to get much for him. I'll take that. It's better than nothing. And then realistically, the only guy that I'm like not 100% sure on is Jock. Is he going to improve much more? It doesn't really look like it. Watch him hit like 40 home runs next year. He's not having the worst of year. We're not going to be competing next year either, so it doesn't really hurt us to take $8 million and keep it for next season. No, it doesn't. So I think Lorenzen's got to go. So now I'm gonna find, I think this is our last trade, and I'm just gonna find some sort of pitcher for him. I lied, I'm getting Ramon Urias, which means I need a pitcher. I don't know where I'm gonna get one, but we're gonna find one. Actually, we're just gonna suck at the pitching position. So Urias comes in, he plays third base for us. There we go. That's actually okay. They're okay players. They're like players who can hold down the position until our prospects get ready, and also because they're not too old, they should be able to like kind of work with the team too. Okay, I don't hate that. All right, what do we need? We need a pitcher for sure. Oh wait, I've got too many guys on the MLB roster. So Jacob Webb, Gilbert, Rainey. Oh yeah, there's a lot of pitchers. I need to get rid of. The pitchers are so bad. I don't really care. They can just leave. Either way, you guys saw the team. The one move I'm going to make is Mason Thompson's going to come up. And then these pitchers are so bad, I don't care. They can sit in AAA. So who was it? Trevor May. He can go. Choleric, he can go, and that should do it. So we're looking something like this. Except for Gilbert gets sent down, I guess, for the time being. And we leave it like that. I call up somebody else named Andy Young. That's the team. So again, pretty bad. 66 and 96, an improvement on last year's 54 wins. Yeah, 54 wins. So not great. Not great, right? Like looking at awards, you've got Tatis and Trout, MVP, Ohtani, and Wright, Cy Young winners. Okay. Benintendi's back on the Royals, I guess. That happened. Rizal with the Braves, Chafin, who I was surprised didn't get traded. I thought 100% he was going to get traded, but he didn't, which was surprising, like I said. So looking at our starters, Joe Ross was good. It didn't cash in on him. I'm thinking maybe we do like a 2-year deal, see what happens with him. We've got Gore, Josiah Gray, Cade Cavalli, and Mason Thompson. So it looks like some of our younger starters started to cool off towards the end of the year. Andrew Heaney was really good. I have him for another year. Might as well take advantage of it. And then looking at the rest of the team, there's some okay arms, and then there's like some not okay arms. So we'll figure that out. It's one of those things where like I didn't really expect for us to compete, so I'm not too worried about it. So no, I'm gonna take that. If you're hitting 40 home runs for me, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with those numbers. I'll survive. I think we'll be just fine. Lane Thomas versus lefties is really good, so we'll keep him there. Riley Adams off the bench, not bad for a backup catcher. I think that's it. So Ramon Urias is going to be our leadoff guy versus righties. Perfect. Not bad from Jock. So for $7.5 million, he is regressing a little bit in certain areas, but I think we'll be okay since he's only hitting versus righties. Kyle Lewis, if he can start to improve a little bit more. Oh boy. Okay. Gavin Sheets, let's give him a full season. Let's see what happens. He did have quite a few at bats, but let's give him a full season at first. Most likely only versus righties though, so we'll need someone to hit lefties. Not the greatest from Luis Garcia. Abrams was okay. Not great though. Not great. Definitely not great. We definitely need some offensive help. We also need some pitching help. We'll see what happens. Our other prospects definitely not ready, so not even gonna look at them just yet. They need some time. They definitely need some time to improve. Oh boy. All right, let's take it. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Cam Bedrosian, I didn't use, but he's not improving at all. I was maybe expecting maybe 73, 74, but I'll let him walk. And then let's go 1 year. Oh, we'll do 2-year club option. We'll bump it up to like 22, 23 mil. He should accept it right off the rip then. If he doesn't do well, not a big deal. It's one of those things. We'll be okay. So, what do we do here? What do we do here? I think... All right, so Ceno is the DH, right? Offensively, the young guys, we just got to let them develop. I think we could use a guy to help us out versus lefties. We do have Lane Thomas who slots in for Jock Peterson perfectly. Sano's the DH. This is his first base spot. That's a little weak. And Ceno doesn't hit lefties like at all. It's only righties, if I'm correct. Yeah, I mean, he's got the power, so I guess he could. But then that still leaves us like the DH spots wide open. And we don't have that. So I guess a bench bat, like an impact bat, and then pitching. I need, 2 pitchers? Because we don't really have anybody else just yet. We have this guy. I just don't know about him. I think we give him another year. So at least 2 pitchers. 2 pitchers. All right, let's see what we can do. All right, so season 2 technically, and good and bad. Good and bad. Let me talk to you about the draft really quick. We've got this guy. Looks decent. Escobar, probably the #1 pick. And then a couple others that were like okay, but not great. So let's talk about the team as a whole. You can kind of see what we're rocking with on the bench. Cody Ballinger. Cody Ballinger's in a 5-year deal. I thought, you know what, he kind of fits the timeline of what I'm trying to work with here. So you know what, let's pick him up. Let's pick him up. We still have Ceno, we still have Peterson, Sheets, Lewis, but yeah, Ballinger was the main pickup offensively. Pitching, you can see we've definitely bumped up the quality of pitching staff for sure, especially at the top of the rotation. Carlos Rodon, I rarely ever get him in rebuilds. I saw him sitting there, I was like, you know what, let's pick him up, let's see what we can do with him. Tyler Mahle as well, a recent trade at the deadline. He went to the Twins, but we picked him up here in free agency for about $15 million for the next 3 years, so not too bad. We still have the youngsters down here in the rotation. Bullpen's a little bit of an issue. I was able to get King and Thompson in the Rule 5 draft, but realistically, I don't feel too comfortable with what we have at the bullpen. We could make a trade, but I kind of want to see where we're at the deadline. You know, see what we can do with this team. We still have this guy who looks like he's going to be pretty solid. Control's a little low. Same thing with the hits per 9. And then a couple other pitchers as well. Lineup for like AAA and AA. Like I said, I've moved Brady House to third base. That's why his overall went up from like, what, 73 or 72 to a 75. Still have Hassel, who looks like he's going to be really good versus righties. It's just every other attribute's kind of low. So that's what, like, I'm trying to kind of want him actually as a DH so that it only focuses on him hitting, and then we'll maybe get some good boosts this year. And then Elijah Green as well as James Wood are still here, so I'm thinking they're probably going to be the two that are a little bit behind, and then these two, they either could come up next year or the year after. It really just depends. But season 4 I think is the big year where we have this team that like really competes. So season 4, season 5 is where I'm seeing this team really start to pop off a little bit. I like the team right now. I still feel like we could be a little bit better. But you know what? Not too bad. I don't think we're going to be last like we normally are. So there's that. All right, with the deadline, Tanner Rainey for Cody Hoyer. And then I'm going to trade Jock. He's having a really good year, but he's not improving anymore. And we aren't going to re-sign him. So I'm going to try to find somebody else. I'm trying to think how I want to handle this. Kyle Lewis has got a couple more years left. You can kind of see where our prospects are. I don't want to call him up yet. I might not even call him up until later on next year, probably 4th season. So like another Jock Peterson-esque outfielder. Who is that? That also like just doesn't have like a big contract. That's another thing. I just don't want someone that's just got like a stupid big contract. Like Joey Gallo would be okay because he's got 2 years left on his deal. What else? Who could we turn to? Is he a free agent this year? He is, but he's having a bad season. So it's got to be someone that's like kind of in a similar I'll find somebody. I'll take Taylor Ward. I know he's kind of cooled off in real life, especially with the injuries that have happened, but Taylor Ward, if you actually look at his numbers, pretty similar to what Jock's putting up. Jock's been in 85 games. I mean, pretty similar. I'll take it. Similar contract. We have 1 more year of team control. Honestly, not a bad return. Not a bad return at all. So that's our left fielder. And I'm really only thinking about like Ruiz has just been so bad. It's been so bad. And then I probably could also use some more help pitching wise, especially in the starter spots, because our starters have been pretty tough. You can kind of see the numbers here. It's not been great. It's just one of those things where like you look at the per 9s, they're not good. They're going to get roughed up a little bit. So I definitely could go out and pick somebody up just to kind of help us get over the hump to the postseason, because we're about 6 games out in the wild card spot, and I'd like to at least get a little bit closer to the wild card spot. So maybe like a rental pitcher. Let's see if we can find a rental pitcher. I think that might get us to the postseason. Mad Bum, gross contract, becomes a free agent at the end of the year though. Barely paid anything for him. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna send down. Man, it's not good. It's not. I guess Josiah Gray. And then we rock with what we got going on here. So Mad Bum just slots in here, that 3 spot, and we rock like that. Let's see if that gets to the postseason. So we fell just short of the postseason, 83 and 79. Pretty big second half. I mean, if we look at it, we're 24 games out behind the Braves, but in the wild card, 4 games. So we pushed. We just couldn't do it, which is a little unfortunate, but man. Juan Soto on the Padres, man, that's some scary stuff. Jordan also winning MVP. Manoah and Nola are your Cy Young winners. And any other surprising, nothing too surprising there. When we take a look at our pitching staff, obviously Heaney's here. He was really good, but we'll let him walk at the end of the year. Josiah Gray, it's just, I don't know what, maybe the walks per 9 and the home runs. He is giving up 31 home runs, and there are quite a few walks, but overall, the rest of the per 9s aren't too bad. Cody Hoyer was great. Springs has been good. Webb has been solid. King and Thompson, not too bad either. Little, And then Fulmer, pretty good. Overall, I can't complain. And then when you look at our first 2 pitchers, really solid. Mad Bum came in, helped us out a little bit. Hunter Harvey for some reasons there, but Kate Cavalli. So where's Gore? Okay. So for sure, this guy's coming up next year. There's just no reason not to call him up. Like, it's just, Yeah, and then there's this guy that we got from the Padres trade with Soto. He looks okay, but again, I don't know if we'll use him. Lineup wise, it looks like Ceno got sent down once again, even though he hit 31 home runs. So again, yeah, average and all that stuff isn't great, but 31 home runs with almost 90 RBIs, I'll work with that for sure. So Carter Kieboom off the bench, pretty solid, can't complain. Lane Thomas versus lefties, again, doing his thing. And anybody else do fairly well? Not really. So Urias kind of took a step back, not gonna lie. A little disappointed in that one. Yikes. He was having such a good season and he kind of fell off. I'm a little disappointed in how that finished. Cody Ballinger was solid. I'd love to see those numbers. Gavin Sheets so the lineup got moved around a little bit. Abrams definitely cooled off. He was actually doing a lot better. That sucks to see. Gavin Sheets was solid. Love to see that. Not great from Luis Garcia. Not great from Keibert Ruiz. And then Taylor Ward, like those numbers. So overall, I think we in the market for like a DH next year. And I think offensively, yes, some of the numbers are lacking, but Robert Hassel, probably a late call up next year. Brady House, maybe a guy who comes in, helps us out at third base next year, or he could be the DH. We'll have to wait and see. But I think we're getting close to some of these guys getting called up for sure. So it's not like we're too far off. And then pitching wise, it's just Mackenzie Gore. We got to sort that out. Same thing with Josiah Gray and a couple others. So let's get to the offseason. We fell a little short in the postseason hunt, but in season 2, I can't complain about that. We're starting to add some pieces. We're starting to look good, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. So, I think I'll pick this up because it's super cheap. Pick the Robles. I think his time is up. I think it is. And then Ceno, like I said, yeah, he's great and all. Maybe like a little bench bat for 2.5 mil. That's not too bad. And then anybody else that I should bring in. Looks like everybody else is like kind of regressing. So I think we look to part ways. Maybe find some new bullpen arms. Maybe just really improve that bullpen because I think that's hurting us. I think the starters is hurting us. Juan Soto is a free agent. Oh, I wanted to talk to you guys about that. They signed Ohtani, so no wonder why they can't afford Soto anymore because they brought in Ohtani. So could we bring back Soto? Yes. Am I going to? No, because we have the money to do it. But I wanna stay away from Soto. It's life without Soto. You can't go back to that X. You can't do it. You gotta keep on living your life. You know what I mean? So let's boost this team up. All right, for season 3, we're gonna make a trade. Before season 3, actually, we're gonna go to the Red Sox. We're gonna take Garrett Whitlock. I almost said Garrett Whitley, but that's not right. Garrett Whitlock, Mason Thompson, and Andrew Stevenson. Boom, that's the trade. All right, for season 3, here's our lineup. G-Man Choi came in for Ceno because Ceno went somewhere else. Yeah, I know. We also got Dickerson and Rivera. I needed some bench bats. I'm thinking about trading Lane Thomas because I tried to extend his contract in the offseason. He wants $10 million plus. Ain't gonna happen. Pitching wise, nothing really changed. You can kind of see except for the Whitlock trade. Everything else is the same. We're gonna call up Hassel, maybe Elijah Green, and then Brady House at the deadline, most likely. I'll just start clearing out some players that we don't need anymore. That's really about it. The draft, I guess I could show you because we got a couple players, but like nothing too crazy. So here are our draft picks. Again, like I said, nothing too crazy. This is the best one. He might feature, but probably not. So at the trade deadline for season 3, let me show you our draft picks. Yeah. Lineup's looking good. Like I called up Hassel because I'm gonna trade Lane Thomas. Contract expiring, wants way too much money. I just feel like it's time to get him into the lineup. Other than that, everybody else is doing really well, so I don't want to change it up. And then pitching, I want to add a couple bullpen arms because Little's struggling. So is Jacob Webb. I think I might keep. Actually, he's a free agent too. Oh, Cody Hoyer. Okay, we might have to change up the bullpen a lot. Those are the moves. Pick up this athletics reliever. He actually looks pretty good, and he's doing fairly well in the small amount of innings he's pitched. So here's our first pickup. Our next pickup is going to be for Webb, who's a free agent. We're going to go for... You know what? I don't think I've ever used Abreu. And if I have, it's only been for like a really short amount of time. Or it was just like a long time ago. And I don't remember at all. So let's throw in these two. Get Brian Abreu. And then the last one was for... Oh man, who were we trading for? Hoyer. He was starting to regress already, which is wild. And you know what? Let's bring in Alcala, and then let's just pay Alcala. That'll be something that we do. So let's get rid of him. And Freddie Lyle. Nope. Anybody else? There's got to be someone here. Maybe Quintana. There we go. Alcala's in the team. All right, we're getting Spencer's Orakelson. Let's do it. He's our new first baseman. All right, so we're a wildcard team. There we go. Season 3 finally in the postseason. I'll take that. What about the award? Cy Young. Okay. Soto's on the Mariners now. Just changing teams every season, it seems like. But yeah, Tyler Mahle somehow won Cy Young with a 4 ERA. Makes total sense. Makes total sense. Anything else? Any other nationals in the area? Doesn't look like it. All right. So I already know this is going to be a mess. Let me clean this up, sort it out, because I know they're going to change players on us. All right. So pitching rotation, Cade Cavalli, 47 games, a lot of innings, to be honest. And it was very similar to what he did last year. Henry Acosta, the guy we got from the Athletics, fantastic. Hunter Harvey. Okay, becomes a free agent this year, so we'll see how much money he wants. Abreu was good. Keegan Thompson was solid. But he's like, he's actually not regressing. He was kind of regressing at the beginning of the year. We have Alcala and then Whitlock, who is regressing. So he's a free agent. We'll keep that in mind. Rodon, we've got him for a while. I signed him to like a 7-year deal. He's not going anywhere. Tyler Mahle, he is going up, but had like a bad year. Okay. Mackenzie Gore improved from the previous year, so that's good to see. And then Cedric is pretty solid. And then Josiah Gray, an improvement. I'll take it for sure. It's better than like just seeing like a 9 ERA. So G-Man Choi, not bad. It's not bad. He is regressing, so like there are going to be some numbers that go down, but not too bad. Carter Kieboom off the bench is still pretty solid. Taylor Ward, pretty good as well. Alex Dickerson was pretty solid. So overall, the bench was pretty good. I mean, even that's not terrible off the bench as a backup catcher, so I'll take it. Urias, solid. 100% will take that. 22 home runs, 35 doubles, almost a 350 on base percentage. Kyle Lewis, he becomes a free agent. I probably should have traded him, but at the same time, if I keep him for the rest of the rebuild, I feel like he could help us out. He could be a DH. He could play outfield for us. Yeah, I mean, he could play the outfield for us depending on how certain players develop or don't develop. So yeah, Kyle Lewis could still be a piece for us for sure. Cody Ballinger was fantastic. So was Torkelson. CJ Abrams was solid too. Love to see that. Gavin Sheets is still putting up fairly good numbers as well. Overall, besides like Keibert Ruiz, and even Keibert Ruiz improved. So everybody was pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. Freddie House is going to come up. He's going to play third. So I think Urias gets put to the bench. And then Elijah Green is like right on the verge of getting called up. Same thing with James Wood. So like we're right there on having like all these top prospects in the team. So postseason time, how are we going to do elimination? What was that? 7-6? Who lost it? The bullpen. Brian Abreu did. That's unfortunate. So, all right. Not too bad though. Not too bad. We made the postseason. What was that? Season 3 again? I feel like I've said what season it was like 10 times and I don't remember. So where are we? GM goals. So yeah, that was season 3. Let's see what we can do here. So Tyler Mahle becomes a free agent. I'll take the option. What is it? 15 mil? Yeah. Kyle Lewis. What does Kyle Lewis want for like, let's go 2 years. That'll be the rest of the rebuild. Is that smart, right? How long do we have Bellinger? The rest of the rebuild as well. So Hassel, Bellinger, Lewis. We still have 2 outfielders that are about to come up. Realistically, it doesn't make sense. But at the same time, let's do 1 year. Let's do 1 year. See how he does. He's probably going to still develop this next year. So we'll do 2. And then depending on how Elijah Green and James Wood do, James Wood could just be a guy that comes in and helps us off the bench. And we'll see. Let's do like a 2-year club option. We'll bump it up to like 28 mil. So it's 14 mil a season. We'll see what happens. And then these 2 can go because they're starting to regress a little bit. So overall, not too bad. Did Kyle Lewis sign? He did not. All right. So we'll keep an eye on that. But overall, oh man, is it worth keeping Whitlock? He might be a guy that I don't bring back. And then we sign another reliever. But overall, we have the money to basically do whatever we want. So we're good. All right. Season 4, we're throwing in the young guys. We got Brady House and James Wood. Kyle Lewis signed for less than what I offered him. 2 years, 9 mil. He went to the Astros instead. I changed my offer because he didn't sign, so I changed it to 2 years, 11 mil. I think the original offer was 2 years, 12 mil that we gave him. And yeah, he went to the Astros instead. And I didn't get a notification, so I had to go out to free agency like right now, and I signed Soler. So team is there's no changes, nothing. I just felt like let's get the young guys in, and like let's just keep building with what we've got here. You know, like really the big change that I feel like is like really outlandish is Torkelson. Like I could, you know, if a team wants to spend money on Bellinger, I could see him leaving the Dodgers. I could definitely see that happening. Same thing with Taylor Ward, who just like really hasn't been the same since the injuries. Urias with the Orioles, you never know, they might make some changes there, but you know, bullpen pieces are always moving, especially at the deadline, so you never know what's going to happen. But yeah, that's the team. We're ranked 11th. You know, contact's up there, pitching's up there. We need the runs to happen. So overall, I like the team. I think we're doing pretty well with it. So we made the postseason last year. Let's see what happens this year. So we won the division 94-68. All right, there we are. League leaders, they're perfect. Love to see that. And then when we take a look at awards, a Cy Young, a couple Gold Gloves, and a Rookie of the Year for Brady House. Okay. Oh man, Castellanos won MVP. How many terrible events happened this year with all those home runs that he hit? That just can't be good. Soto MVP, McCullers, and Rodon winning Cy Young. Back-to-back Cy Youngs for us. That's cool to see. Any other? Oh yeah, we have the Gold Gloves, but let's see what the Rookie of the Year is looking like. There it is. I'll take that. That's a pretty good year. Almost 30 home runs. Oh, that's solid. Okay, so someone got sent down. I'm assuming it's Soler. It wasn't Soler. How did Green do in his minimal appearances that he was given? Let's see. Who was sent? Keyboom. Was he bad? He wasn't terrible. Yeah, let's get him back on the team, and then we'll take out Gilbert, and then they had somebody else up, so that means two position players were sent down. Am I blind? Who was the other one that was sent down? Is there a bullpen arm that I'm missing? There is a bullpen arm that I'm missing. Uh-oh. Who was bad? Hunter Harvey? No, he was nasty. Get him back in the team. And then we gotta send down Lara. Ooh, he was good. Okay, let's take a look here. Cade Cavalli, better. He's improving slightly, but he's improving. Acosta, lights out. You got Abreu. Yeah, he should have been sent down if you're gonna send down a pitcher. Keegan Thompson was very good. Alcala was good. Hunter Harvey was very good. And then Whitlock in his contract year killed it. But I'm not gonna bring him back. And you're probably like, why didn't you trade him? I feel like I want to rock with this team. I want this team to do some business. Mackenzie Gore's potential went down, even though he just had his best year of his career. Makes sense. This guy is slowly, like, he's an 88, but again, like, the control is low, the walks or the hits per 9 are low, so that's gonna hurt him. Josiah Gray is like whatever, and then back to Rodon. So, all right, I got some thinking to do. Offensively, how are we looking? Keyboom was okay. You know, Urias not as good off the bench. Again, he's a free agent, so we'll see what we do with him. Taylor Ward off the bench was fantastic. 10 home runs in 60 plate appearances. Like, that's big. Or no, 10 home runs and 60 hits with 183 at-bats. That'd be nutty. 60 at-bats, you get 10 home runs. Ooh, Soler, not bad. Not bad at all, considering the minimal plate appearances. And then again, Riley Adams off the bench is killing it. All right, so Cody Ballinger moved to the leadoff spot with Urias coming out and killed it. Garcia definitely took a step back. I think he's just hit his potential, which kind of sucks that he just forgets how to play baseball just because he's hit his potential, and we don't just get like a plateau of him doing well for a couple of years. But whatever. Torkelson, not bad. Not bad. I want a little bit better. I wish we'd have more of like a this year, not this, but I'll take it. Gavin Sheets was solid, 35 home runs. Abrams, a little bit of a slump. What happened there? House was solid. Love to see those numbers. That's pretty good. Obviously you'd want the OPS above 800, but you'll take it. He just doesn't hit well. It sucks. And then James Wood and Robert Hassel. I want to get Elijah Green into this team next year. I just don't know how. Maybe James Woods on the bench. We'll see. But we're in the postseason. We are taking on the Cardinals. I saw Max Fried there, but I'm more interested in the offense. Let's see here. Ceno. So they took Ceno from us, and he's been good the last couple of years for them. Can't complain about that. Lamont Wade Jr., David Dahl. Okay, Soderstrom. Okay. Interesting. Interesting team. All right. I saw Zach Eflin's a new pitcher for them as well. Game 1. I don't have a full lineup. Oh, it's because Keyboom came out, isn't it? It doesn't really matter. That was the no DH lineup. All right. Game 1 we win. Game 2 we win. And we advance. So taking on the Cubs now. What, are we just facing all the Central teams? Is that what's going to happen for the postseason? Cubs. We have Horner, Biggio, Happ, Suzuki, Contreras, Fraley. Interesting. PCA, Amaya, and Triantos. Okay. It's a group. They have Soroka, Peters. Like, it's a brand new pitching staff. Completely brand new. A lot of Cubs youngsters have come up. That's really what I'm trying to say. It's like no pitchers that were like in real life what's currently on the staff. That's, you get what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, yeah, that's a team for sure. All right. Can we beat them? That's another thing. We lose the second one, win that one, win. We're 1 win away. Come on. We're in the World Series taking on the Astros or the Twins. Ooh, okay. With Maile on the mound here. So let's go like him here, like this. Ugh. Man, starter's not looking great. All right. Twins. What do they have here? Where's their lineup? Buxton, Polanco. So Sanchez is new, but like, and Langeliers, but like that's a Twins lineup. That's a Twins lineup for sure. And then looking at their pitching, they brought in Luis Castillo and Loaiziga. Their bullpen's a little changed here and there, but the Twins, man, the Twins. All right, let's do it. We win. Ooh, a loss there is kind of tough. And we are 1 game away from a World Series. Okay. And home. Oh, even better. All right, so let's go Tyler Maile, and let's see how we do here. We got to win. We got to, right? Like it's built up like this. Bases loaded for Gavin Sheets. A sac fly, I'll take it. Abrams brings in 1. Another sac fly makes it 3-0 to start the game. That's they allow 1 back. Oh, it's a tie ball game. Huh. What a way to start a game, by the way. That would be electric in the stadium right now. Okay, 4-3. Like we gotta get the bats going again. We gotta get it going. I mean, we can't let them score anymore. Whew. All right, a double by Luis Garcia, and then a 2-run home run from Torkelson, who's 3 for 3 on the day. That's big. That's huge for us. If Maile can give us 5 innings, that'd be perfect. Awesome. We'll take him out after this. And then I meant to take him out. So I don't really want to go to a lefty here. So I guess I'm going to get greedy. We got 6. I got super greedy there. We got the 6. Let's get the sac fly in. Let's get that little bit of a bigger lead. And now we take him out. We go to the bullpen. We're going to go to a righty. Let's go Abreu. Okay. Abreu, let's wake up here. I got to take him out. Harvey was good throughout the year. Tie ball game. The bullpen is just falling apart, man. What happened? Holy cow. Are we serious? Tie ball game again. And then we take the lead. Man, you would give the fans a heart attack. Like, everyone in the stands is back and forth, the roller coaster of emotions. Good God. Alcala, please, against your former team. Whew, finally. All right, we've got to get the sac fly in, get the run, get the insurance, and now let's go into the top of the 9th with Whitlock, and he is going to shut the door, please. Whew. There it is. Nationals win a World Series. Torkelson 4 for 4. Who's our World Series MVP? Ramon Urias. And the playoff MVP goes to Brady House. So you know what? Let's call it there. I know we didn't get to see Elijah Green, but to be honest, we got every other prospect in. We got a good team. We had Garcia, Abrams, House, Ruiz, Wood, Hassel, and I know we didn't get to see a lot of them for a long time, but to be honest, we kind of built around a core that's been traded to them, right? Like we've got the team, we've got the players in, and we've just kind of sprinkled in a couple new guys here and there, elevate them, and there we go. We got a World Series. I'm happy with that. That's a good rebuild right there. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, in the comment section, let me know what you thought of the Soto trade. I don't think I asked you that at the beginning episode of the video. I should have done that. I said episode. And now I'm like, how did I forget to ask you guys what you thought of the Soto trade? Either way, here's the video. Check it out. I think you guys will really enjoy it. That's about it, guys. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.